Greetings, professors and fellow classmates. So, for this week's quest, my first quest, I chose to do quest number one, getting connected. But I put a little spin on it. So, I know that the quest asked us to watch a movie with the family or play some games with family or friends or even, sit around and gossip. But I did something a little different because it kind of mixed in with my real life. Me being a father, we celebrated my daughter's 10th birthday, and for her birthday, we allowed her to choose some of her closest friends, and we took them to a theme park. We actually ended up going to Knott's Berry Farm to celebrate it. And of course, her brothers and sisters were with her as well. I have four children. So, again, my oldest, she's 10 years old. She turned 10. And then my youngest girl, she's 3. And then we have two boys of the age of 8 and 6. And, it was quite the adventure. So the reason I chose this quest was because everything starts with family for me. This week was all about happiness and positive thinking, positive psychology, even neuroplasticity. Right? It all starts with family. That's my safe place. That's my happy place, and that's where I find all my joy and my strength and my creativity. All that. If that is in line, then everything else kind of follows suit. My creativeness and the rewiring of my brain, if you will, learning new skills. If I'm happy at home and happy with my family, then everything else is a cakewalk for me. So that's why I chose this activity, and I chose to put together a little video for you guys, some clips, small clips, for you all to enjoy. As I kind of speak over and just talk about things a little bit. So, yeah, family for me, getting connected. It's amazing for me. Very, very amazing for me. It really allowed me to tap into the emotional benefits of play with my family. Now, um, obviously, my family, they bring out the best of emotions in me. And in this week's reading, emotional was one of the key. The key points of the reading when it comes to play. And, being with my family, I was really able to tap into that and enjoy that benefit to the absolute fullest and maximum of possibility. It created a great sense of wellness and well-being for me. Again, as I mentioned, being with my family, it does that. It really creates that well-being for me. And this weekend, being at the theme park, you see them ride the rides. There's my daughter there. It just created. There's my son there. It just created that sense of well-being. So it was amazing, and it also allowed me to revisit my childhood. That was something else that we spoke about that was spoken about in the readings. Finding some play that brings positive emotions of your childhood, right? And growing up, my family and I, we went to Knott's Berry Farm all the time. In particular, with my church, we went every year for the 4th of July to see the fireworks. So Knott's Berry Farm has always been a very special place for me. So being able to now, years later, when I have my own family, being able to take them and kind of relive my childhood and see them do some of the same things that I used to do, ride some of the same rides that I used to ride growing up. It's absolutely amazing to me, and I love it. I really do. Um, and the PERMA model, right? That was discussed in this week's readings. Positive emotions, tons of positive emotions, of course. Just being there with my family, and engagement, being engaged with them. Entering into that flow state. Where time just absolutely stood still. We just lose track of time. Until the park closes, and then it's not enough time, right? That's it was very easy to do that, getting lost in the activities, getting lost in walking around the theme park, getting lost in riding the rides and eating the food and everything. It was just absolutely amazing. And then here you see some photos. This is at church the day after. We went to church, and then we went out to the flower blossom field. So just a few photos in there, as we continue celebrating my daughter's birthday and just enjoying family. It was a great achievement for me. Striving to better myself in some way, achieving a goal, accomplishing a task that I set out to do. The task was just to put a smile on my daughter's face and all her friends' faces, and as well as the faces of the rest of my children. We absolutely did that, and it was just an amazing time. Amazing time, and the meaning belonging to and serving something that's bigger than me. Of course, that's my family and my children. They're bigger than me. Their happiness is bigger than me. Seeing them happy and seeing them enjoy life, that's bigger than me. And being able to create that moment and doing those things, it's just an amazing feeling. It just creates such strong positive thinking, and it just opens me up to be able to learn and do more. So I absolutely love that. Family is where I draw my optimism, and also where I'm able to pass it along to my children. So yeah, optimism was a key point in this week's reading, and I draw that with my family. And again, it's where I'm able to teach my children to be optimistic in whatever situation they face. Young children, they get frustrated and impatient with every little thing. But we're able to take those tiny moments and teach them some optimism. And there was a lot of that at the theme park, waiting in those long lines to ride rides, or, waiting in lines to play games, or even when you played games and you lost the game, you still had to teach them an optimistic approach from, in that. So I just love it, man. And from the reading, being involved with others gives a sense of purpose and greatly increases positivity in my mood. Yes, and that was definitely evident in this weekend. Spending time with my family and putting smiles on their faces. Just being involved with them. That's again, I said it a couple times, that creates the most optimism for me. So and some of the positive emotions that from the readings that were highlighted to me and very special to me this weekend was enjoyment. Of course, we all enjoyed ourselves. Enthusiasm, the kids' enthusiasm to get in those lines and ride those rides, ride those roller coasters that I'm a little too old to ride now, but seeing them riding them, they were very enthusiastic about that. The happiness, everyone just had smiles on their faces, running all around the park, so happy. And it took happiness to a greater level. It created a sense of joy. They had joy, and I absolutely love that. They showed their gratitude, their thank yous, and their hugs, and everything. The smiles on their faces, their eagerness to all morning long. We were picking up my daughter's friends, getting dressed and everything. They were just eager to get to the park and get going, walking from the parking lot to the front gate. It was just a lot of eagerness. So I absolutely loved it. And then the amusement, of course, there was tons of amusement. I mean, it is an amusement park, right? So tons of amusement, just great times. And then the affection, there was so much affection and love and emotion and stuff with the family and with the friends. And just seeing that was absolutely amazing. So there it is. That's my Quest 1. It went a little longer than I intended it for it to go, but when I talk about my family, I can't help myself. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope I hope that my affection, as well as my understanding of this week's readings through this quest was displayed, to the greatest extent, if you will. Thank you. Bye.